Do you require the use of pronouns, the declaration of one's pronouns in your court?
Senator, that may be referring to perhaps a trial management order or a scheduling order of some kind.
Why are there not more people talking about Judge Mustafa Kasubai's radical past? Senator John Kennedy just exposed some jaw-dropping details. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a bombshell revelation rocking the legal world. Senator John Kennedy has just unearthed some shocking details about Judge Mustafa Kasubai's past writings. From controversial court orders requiring pronoun declarations to radical views on privilege and systemic racism, these revelations are causing quite a stir. Kennedy read quotes from Judge Mustafa Kasubai's past, highlighting some pretty intense views on equity theories. Imagine a judge with such radical opinions shaping our legal landscape. The implications of these findings are huge, and it's clear we're just scratching the surface. What does this mean for the future of our judiciary? Only time will tell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Cabi, I'm looking at an order you issued as a magistrate judge here requiring the use of pronouns in your court. Do you require the use of pronouns, the declaration of one's pronouns in your court?
Senator, that may be referring to perhaps a trial management order or a scheduling order of some kind.
Yeah. No, it's a statement. You issued it. Here it is.
It's an invitation for people to identify their pronouns and or their honorifics.
Well, I'm looking at your requirement that you issued to all people in your court. You say, quote, when you introduce yourself in a meeting, you should say, my name is Judge Blank and my pronouns are blank. Is that right?
Senator, those were not requirements or rules. Those were suggestions and
They were suggestions.
Those were suggestions and invitations for people to use.
And you also, in your directive, you say, quote, I'd like counsel to introduce themselves giving your full name and your honorific, such as Ms., MS period, Mix, or Mr., not Mrs. And if your client will be making an appearance, I ask you to please introduce them to the court by giving me their full name and their honorific, such as Ms., MS period, Mix, or Mr. End quote. Is that right?
Senator, it's not a directive. Again, it's an invitation for people to introduce themselves.
Invitation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at an article from the Oregon State Bar Bulletin from May of 2021. And I want to read one of your quotes. Quote, we have to set aside conventional ideas of proof. Let me say that again. We have to set aside conventional ideas of proof, you said, when we are dealing with the personal and interpersonal work of equity, division, and inclusion. As a judge, I can appreciate the challenge of employing a different mode for understanding truth than that which most lawyers are accustomed to in our work, end quote. Did you write that?
That is a quote from that article.
So when we're dealing with equity, diversity, and inclusion, we should set aside conventional ideas of proof. Is that right?
In the larger context of interpersonal and personal relationships, the idea of being able to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about a conversation. You said proof.
It's in the context of having a conversation with somebody about the issue of their background and their experience.
So when the issue is equity, diversity, or inclusion, we should have a different set of proof. Is that right?
When it comes to the space in which people have interpersonal relationships with one another, the idea of respecting and dignifying each other with their experiences is an important part of...
So all issues have one set of proof, which has been handed down by our state Supreme Courts, our U.S. Supreme Court, except you think we ought to have a different set of proof when equity, diversity, and inclusion are at issue. Is that right?
In all of my years on the bench, Senator, I have applied the law, the rules of evidence, the
Okay.
case precedent.
Let me move on.
That's a wrap for today's deep dive into Judge Mustafa Kasubai's controversial past and Senator Kennedy's scrutiny. If you found this breakdown informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.